Hello there, Scorpio. Welcome to DragonTaleTarot. My name is Ariel, and this is your tarot and oracle reading for January 2022. I'm so sorry I'm getting these out a little late, Scorpio. I've been dealing with a lot of health stuff and just time constraints, so I'm sorry to keep you guys waiting. These readings will be for the overall month's energy of January 2022, and we're also going to be looking at some things that will kind of set the tone for your year ahead. So a big happy new year to you guys. Thank you so much for being here. Always appreciate your energy. So Scorpio, I am also an astrologer. If you're interested in getting in deeper into the astrology and the planetary transits of this month, go check the link at the end of this video. It will pop up on the screen, and you can click on that to watch the video I made that's all about just the astrology. We will be focusing mostly on the cards in this particular reading. If you're interested in a personal reading with me, would like any information on the card decks that I use in my sessions, or would like to leave a donation for the channel, all those links and information are down below in the description box. So let's go ahead and see what we have got for you. Dear angels, divine beings of light, guardians, and ancestors, please show us what we have for our beautiful Scorpios for January 2022, and for a little hint of the new year ahead. What are going to be some of their major themes that are coming up for them? Let's start out with our oracle cards, please. Ooh, I like this, Scorpio. First card up, the main key theme for January 2022 and probably your year ahead as well is the Voyage card. There's going to be a lot of traveling, a lot of movement, a lot of long-term planning for things that you want to do in the future, and it could have to do with something with a move. On the bottom we have the Stillness card. So these two cards together, absolutely beautiful. For one thing, we have, the Whale spirit, and we have the Swan spirit coming in as some animal spirits in these cards. But to me, it's really, let's get that, a voyage of stillness, a voyage within. And Scorpio, to me, that just matches up so beautifully with your own personal energy, because you are a sign that looks deeply within. And it is important for you to have time to yourself, time and space for stillness, for peace, for solitude, for tranquility. So make sure that you're getting, enough time to yourself this month and beyond. Let's look into your numerology. Let's pull some numbers for you, Scorpio. Anything that may be important for you right now. Very interesting, and these double numbers are powerful, and we have this beautiful blue. There's a lot of blue coming through, especially this kind of bluish green, oceany green. So to me it connects, the heart chakra and the throat chakra. When I see those kind of colors, it really tells me that you'll be speaking from the heart. There's this number 55. Fives are usually a restless kind of number. They're a number of spiritual life paths and energies. So again, look at this keyword on this card, 55, and the adventure card. On the bottom of the deck, the 99. So we got these doubling up numbers, compassion. There is a beautiful combination here, Scorpio, already emerging. Adventure, voyage, travel, movement. But there's also that balance of stillness, compassion, peace. So there's this real beautiful balance between the external movement and the internal workings that are going on at the same time. Next, let's get into some chakra and crystal cards for you. Let's see what crystals or gemstones are best for you to work with. What chakras are being activated for Scorpio? Very nice. Oh yes, and here it is coming out. The bloodstone. Very, very beautiful stone to work with, and not an expensive stone. This is an easy one to get a hold of. Detoxifying the root, heart, and sacral. Sacral to me is a very Scorpio, chakra on the body. The root is always important to stay grounded. So creativity, staying rooted and stable, working through the heart, And look what we have on the bottom was the angel light. So you are going to be working with your angelic guides, guardians, passed on loved ones. They will be speaking to you and through you with that throat and crown chakra being activated over here. So again, we have that blue, we have that green, the heart and the throat both getting activated. Might be great to get yourself some bloodstone and some angel light to help balance those parts of yourself, Scorpio. There's going to be a lot being activated this month. Let's get into your spiritual guides and guardians and allies. Please, let's see which one of you, or maybe more. Sometimes more come up than one, but let's see what we feel. Which ones of you are going to be coming up to help our Scorpios right now as we begin 2022? Oh, yes. Love it. Okay, so Scorpio, we have Lord Ganesh coming through infinite abundance. Absolutely such a beautiful guardian and guide, spiritual ally to have on your side. This is all about breaking through obstacles, anything that has been a roadblock or something that has kept you back from what you wanted to do. Maybe that adventure, maybe that voyage and that journey, right? Obstacles are being removed, spiritual support and connections are increasing. So I would say absolutely powerful guardian that's coming through for you this month, Scorpio. Wonderful to work with. So if you're feeling like you need to have some major breakthroughs, there's some big blockages that you're looking to get through, call on Lord Ganesh. Absolutely. Let's get into next. This is going to be the last oracle card that I pull before we do your tarot. This is the Oracle of Hidden Worlds. And Scorpio, let's see what hidden world or what incarnation you are going to be embodying for this month and for the year ahead. Let's see what our 2022 realm will be for you. Oh, Scorpio. Beautiful, open like the lotus, flowering spirit, revelation, and maturity. So there is so much enlightenment, so much beauty and spiritual development coming through for you, not only this month, but for the year ahead. I feel that this is a beautiful image, a beautiful place for you to be. You might find yourself really drawn to gardens or water gardens that have, you know, lotus blossoms in them. You might really feel, you know, connected to, you know, being near ponds or lakes or places like that. But this really feels, you know, because the lotus, of course, roots out of the earth, so it's grounded to the earth, but yet it exists in that realm of water, of intuition, compassion, and love. And so, Scorpio, you being a very powerful water sign, I just feel like this is such a perfect symbol for you for January 2022 and also for the year ahead, because it just feels like that's where you are. That's so beautiful. I love to see it. I just love to see it. So let's get into your tarot now. I'm going to be using the Vice Versa Tarot for the main spread and clarifying with the everyday. So Spirit, let's see what we have for our beautiful Scorpios. Anything they need to see for their highest and best. These a good shuffle, Scorpio. I've been resting a good bit the last few days, so I haven't done any readings the last couple of days. Give these a good energetic infusion here for you. I feel it. Oh my goodness, the movement is coming through, guys. All right, Scorpio. It's an active month. In spite of, you know, the retrogrades we're having, we're in a Venus retrograde right now. Our Mercury retrograde is starting on the 14th of January, but there's still a lot of movement. We've got the Eight of Wands coming through very strongly right at the center of your Celtic cross. And this is a Sagittarius energy. Definitely taps into the energies and the realms of adventures, of voyages, of movement, of journeys. And so you might be feeling a lot of restlessness. You may be getting a lot of messages. There may be somebody around you that's very restless. Communication usually is starting to move in a better direction with this card. It's a very positive card. This is a great card to have because it usually represents something coming out of stagnation. And we have the sun. Look at that. Positive messages here, Scorpio. Very, very upbeat, very kind of life affirming. That's the message I feel coming through with that. Leo energy on the sun, of course. So it's really, you know, a lot of positivity coming through. You could be very strongly connected with some fire signs, especially Sagittarius, Leo, but Aries is also in here. In the immediate future, look at what we have. We have our Emperor card, our Aries card. And so this to me is all about empowerment, leadership, taking the reins, moving things forward, and really stepping into the power of yourself. Because Aries energy, Emperor energy is really about knowing who you are, knowing your worth, knowing what you can do, and saying, you know what, I might have been afraid to take that promotion or to take on that, you know, new leadership role, but you know what, I'm ready now. And look at that with the Seven of Pentacles. You really are growing and building within yourself, knowing who you are. This is a definite know thyself kind of energy. It's important to do the inner work here, Scorpio. I really get that feeling. The more that you do the inner work and cultivate kind of that interior garden of your soul, the stronger and like more self-assured and confident that you get. In the immediate past, we had the King of Swords. So this is strong Aquarius energy. It's very liberated. It's very freeing. It's also very detached emotionally from drama or conflict. It's the master strategist. And although he can be a bit tough, he can be kind of emotionally cool and difficult in that way. Like, he's also a very powerful card, very positive in a lot of respects, especially if you had been tapped into people or situations where there's been a lot of drama, a lot of conflict, a lot of issues that just weren't worth your time. Wow. Scorpio, we've got the King of Swords clarifying the King of Swords, so you can double up this message in a big way for your past. So I would say, yes, you certainly detached yourself from any kind of unnecessary drama or issues of the past. I feel like this is really setting yourself free because Aquarius is the rebel. It's the radical. It says, I'm going to do things my own way. I'm going to use my mind. I'm going to come up with the master plan. So you may very recently, especially at the end of, you know, last year, the end of the old year, you might have really been working on like a good new plan for the future, because Aquarius is also a sign of the future. Very powerful reading already. On the bottom, guys, we've got the Page of Wands. This is the subconscious focus, what you're really feeling in your soul, in your heart. And Page of Wands to me is that Aries energy again. You know, we've got that King of, not King, I'm sorry, the Emperor, the Aries energy. And then on the bottom we have this Page of Wands, which is strong Aries energy. This is a very childlike energy, but look at the back of that with that Phoenix from the ashes. I just got to point that out. You know, Aries and Scorpio are very connected in a lot of ways because Mars was your traditional ruler. Pluto is your more modern ruler, Scorpio, but Mars was the traditional ruler of both Aries and Scorpio. That's why you always have a kinship with them. And I think that what you really are feeling deep in the subconscious is a need for new beginnings, a need for greater happiness, more vitality, more enjoyment, more playfulness. We also have the Knight of Cups, so this is also about being able to express those emotions and go forward with presenting a love offer to someone, or maybe accepting a love offer given to you from someone else. If you've been waiting on someone for a while, you might be a little impatient or a lot impatient. You might be saying, you know what, I'm ready to move forward. I'm ready to go ahead. That Aries impatience, right, is there. And that Knight of Cups is like, come on, ask me out. Come on. Let's get married. Come on, let's move in. Let's, you know, whatever it is, you may be really ready for those love offers there, Scorpio. For some of you, take it as it resonates, as this is general. On the top, crowning the spread, Scorpio, is the Eight of Swords. So I do feel that Spirit's really reminding you yet again, this is a time to really lift yourself up. That's why that future position is the Emperor, because this is a self-empowerment, self-confidence and esteem coming through. And the Eight of Swords many times points to places where we may put ourselves down, sometimes very subconsciously. We may embrace attitudes of feeling like we're not good enough, we can't do it, we're helpless, we're trapped. But this is really saying it's time. It's time to release yourself. Look at that. It's time to free yourself. Because with the Eight of Swords, nobody can free us but us, right? We have to make that decision to cut through those ties and fly free. Yes, look at this. 8 and 8. Eight of Swords, clarified by the Eight of Cups. There may be something that you really do need to leave behind, something that has not been spiritually or emotionally fulfilling, something that, you know, felt pretty good overall. Like most of the cups were in place, but that one crucial cup was just simply not there. And so to me, this is a message of a continuing journey, a continuing transition, right? The Eight of Cups to me always indicates some kind of transition. For me, with that combination, I feel like you're leaving behind old defeating attitudes. Anything that, you know, you were holding on to, you know, saying, oh, I'm not good enough, or oh, I'm not this, or I'm not that. This could be a really powerful month, Scorpio. Powerful time of the year as we're beginning this year where you really turn that loose and you just say, no, I'm not going to put myself down anymore. I'm not going to embrace self-defeating attitudes anymore. So beautiful. Let's get into a suggested approach, how to work with all this energy here. Look at that. Strong Aquarius influence in your reading this month, Scorpio. We've got the Star card. So absolutely, you've got the Sun and the Star in your reading, the two most positive cards of the tarot. So I'd love to see that. So suggested approach is to keep your chin up. Look for the light at the end of the tunnel. Look for things turning around in your favor, because this is really your hopes, your wishes, dreams being fulfilled, life coming back into balance, you know, and the Star many times, I see she's pouring the water on the earth, nurturing that solid stability, and also pouring into the water to nurture the inner emotions, the heart, the compassion. This is a beautiful read. It really, truly is. Let's get a clarifier on the Star. And, you know, the Star is the Aquarius card. You got the King of Swords twice. You might have a very strong Aquarius in your life, a very strong fire sign in your life. Leo, Sagittarius, Aries. That's coming up very, very powerfully in this read. Or you just, you know, maybe with somebody that's really opening up your eyes to being more free. Because I feel like, you know, many times when I think of Aquarius energy, I think of the liberator, you know, liberated, free to be your authentic self. So over top of that, we got the Seven of Cups. You've got a lot of decisions here. You might have to make some choices here, Scorpio. A lot of things coming up for you. That might be the hardest part of that, right? The most challenging part of it is making these decisions. I would say anybody trying to make a choice or make a big move or signing of contracts or moving of, you know, large amounts of money or big purchases, any of that kind of thing, if you can at all wait until after February 3rd, that would be best, because that's when our Mercury retrograde will be over, Venus retrograde will be over, and everything will be more or less, yeah, everything will be moving direct. It'll be much, much better, easier energy in February. Let's get a potential outcome, please, for Scorpio. Seven of Wands, honeys. So Seven of Wands is about standing up, being strong, embracing courage. Yeah. Being who you are, not being afraid to stand up for who you are. I would say that the Seven of Wands, the cautionary note is always to be sure that you're not just fighting battles just to fight battles. You don't have to fight every battle you're invited to. But if something's really worth it, it's time to fight. It's time to stand up for it. It's time to just say, here's what I want, here's what I need. And we've got our Page of Swords up there too. It's a new way of thinking. Look at that. You know, I think of Page of Swords as being youthful. It's Gemini energy, and it feels very much like, you know, a new way of communicating, a new way of thinking. And Scorpio, it may be that you're really saying, you know what, I've been quiet so often, or I've been passive so many times, and I've just let people kind of walk on me, or I haven't really gotten what I've wanted because I haven't been willing to step up and get it. But this time, wow, you're finding, I think, more constructive and empowering ways of getting what you want. Speaking up for it, using your words, using your good communication in your mind to really, you know, that's why that throat chakra in the beginning of the read, you know, very activated. It's time to really speak your truth, speak what you want. Ooh, on the bottom. Yeah, big brand new life, big beginnings as we start this year with the Ace of Wands. And we also have our Knight of Pentacles. So it's slow, but steady wins the race, right? Some of it's coming in real fast. Some of it takes a little more working, like the Seven of Pentacles and that Knight of Pentacles. One step at a time, Scorpio, but this is a beautiful read. I love the cards that came out here for you. Let's get an affirmation on this, please, for Scorpio. Nice, nice, okay. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one. It is conflict. Conflict is the key word. Feelings which you have suppressed for a very long time are yearning to be acknowledged and expressed. You are torn between what you think is the right thing to do and what your heart wants, and this is the primary cause of stress. We as your angels urge you to follow your heart, do what you love, not what you think you should do. Right? So Scorpio, there's the choices, right? That, I think, is the crux of what I'm feeling, is that Seven of Cups. You know, there's all the choices on the table, and you got to look them over and make your decision. But yes, you've got to follow your heart. Don't just go with what you're being pressured into, because, yeah, you will explode later if you do that. You absolutely will. Beautiful read, Scorpio. A lot of good insights here. I hope that this month and this year ahead are going to treat you great. Hope your new year is starting beautifully, and I'll be looking forward to seeing you again soon. Take care.